Yo, what is good YouTube? Matty Dubs here, back with another video, guys. We have some more breaking news, notes, highlights, observations from another day here in Dallas for training camp, and things are starting to ramp up here for the Cowboys. Pads are coming on soon, and things are going to get way more interesting over the next few days here of camp. Now, in this video, I'm going to break down some of the guys who have really been standing out and guys who have, have the chance to make a big impact on this team next season that maybe didn't have the opportunity last year, but now have the opportunity this year. I'm going to go over all of that, keep you updated with everything that's going on. Before we get to that, though, make sure you guys hit that like button for me. Let's help the video get out to all the Cowboys fans out there, and it helps so much if you hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Join the family. I will be covering, the entirety of the offseason, which includes the rest of training camp, free agency, any trades that take place, preseason games, and regular season games. I'm going to be streaming Cowboys games throughout the season as well. So if you want to watch some Cowboys games with me live, make sure you guys join the family. Turn on post notifications so you're notified every time we post a video or go live for a game. But without any further ado, let's get into the video. Now, the one guy that stands out to me so far this training camp, and he's actually a guy who stood out a lot last year's training camp but didn't play at all in the season. I'm guessing you guys know exactly who I'm talking about. Jalen Tolbert. The number 4 wide receiver spot on this team is completely up for grabs right now. Obviously, you got CD, you got Brandon Cooks, and Michael Gallup, but the number 4 is completely up for grabs. Like I said, you got Fehoko, who's had a couple of good days, couple of bad days. Jalen Tolbert, who's looked amazing. Kavontae Turpin, who we'll talk about a little bit later. You got Jalen Brooks, a 7th round pick, Ontario Drummond. You got Tyron Johnson, Dennis Houston. So there's a bunch of guys here that are trying to win that number 4 job. In my opinion, Jalen Tolbert is that guy. I mean, he showed what it takes last summer of being a very good player. He's got a chip on his shoulder because he knows that he didn't play at all last season. This year, he's going to come in here. He's going to, grow as a player and make sure that his confidence is, superior. That way, he can just get onto the field and make big-time plays when he's counted on the most. And I think he's got the ability to become a big player here in this offense. Now, obviously, like I said, they have their 3 top receivers. But if there's an injury, Jalen Tolbert's a guy who I believe will get right into the mix and be a big-time player, a big-time contributor for their offense going forward. Now, I want you guys to do me a favor and comment down below who do you think is the 4th best receiver on this roster right now. Comment down below what you think. They also have Jalen Moreno Cropper, who's also been very good as well. I think he had a touchdown on day 1 and had multiple big-time receptions during day 2. But now we're in day 4, so he's got to continue to do that if he wants a shot at making this roster. Now, another guy who's been very interesting, a guy who, people have been raving about is Deuce Vaughn. He's 5'5", one of the shortest players in all of football, but he is absolutely slippery, shifty, elusive, and just shown his crazy ability to, make guys miss in the open field. Last season with the Wildcats, he had over 1,500 rushing yards, 9 touchdowns, 42 catches for 378 yards, and 3 receiving touchdowns. Was absolutely incredible. Now, in this running back room, no more Zeke, but you have Tony Pollard, you have Malik Davis, you have Deuce Vaughn, you have Rico Dowdle, and you have Ronald Jones. So let me know in the comment section down below, who is the 2nd best running back on this roster right now? Is it Deuce Vaughn, or is it someone like Malik Davis or Ronald Jones? Let me know what you guys think. But Deuce Vaughn's a guy who has been standing out as of late, and that's something I want to note. Micah Parsons has looked incredible. They're trying to use him in multiple different areas, so that is fun. Trayvon Diggs is going to sit out for a little bit with an injury. Dak Prescott has been building a great chemistry with not only Brandon Cooks, but he's continuing to build upon that with CeeDee Lamb, and that you already know how deadly of a duo that is. So probably going to be getting even more deadly over the next couple of days. And when I look at this roster, I think the Cowboys have one of the most underrated rosters in the entirety of the NFL, up there with the Browns. I think this Cowboys team is incredible, but if they can put it together, I think they can really make a big-time run in the playoffs and potentially even compete for a Super Bowl this year. But it is a big year. It's a big year. Dak Prescott's going to have to come in here and show a lot of things, man. He's going to have to be able to, withstand some blows. I mean, there's going to be some tough games. There's going to be some good games, but he's got to be able to, withstand the bad and then, get some good out of it, man. I mean, Dak Prescott, in my opinion, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I just feel like he's got to really step up this year and take that next step into, superstardom. And I believe he can do that. He's got the wide receivers. He's got the tight ends and Jake Ferguson and Luke Schoonmaker. You got Tony Pollard in the backfield. I feel like this team has the potential to be so good, especially with their defense with DeMarcus Lawrence, and you got Mozzie Smith and Micah Parsons, Lane Vander Esch. They love Damone Clark and DeMarvion Overshawn. So I mean, there's so many guys that they love over here. They just put it together, and this could be a huge season for the Dallas Cowboys. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, comment down below who you think is one player that can break out for the Cowboys next season. And also, I just partnered up with Underdog Fantasy. If you guys are anything like me and love fantasy football, basketball, baseball, UFC, use the code in my description, my promo code. It's going to be a great season. Going to be doing a bunch of fantasy drafts. So if you guys want to be in those with me, check out this next segment so you guys are notified and you guys know what to do if you want to join Underdog. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. And if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.